put a toe into mid. So it's very weird how the map still gets played out, and a lot of it comes down to style. And so, as far as Godsent are concerned now, this is their map pick. They're going to be the ones deciding how this is going to go, and they're also the ones who get to set the pace. They start on T side, which is fantastic for them, I think, because it's not them waiting for the beating to continue from Astralis. They're the ones who can take the fight to Astralis now and just start smashing them.
That is actually a good point. Yeah, when you're on the T side, you feel like you're in control. You have the initiative to actually do something instead of just waiting around. So yeah, I'll take that as a good sign for Godsent. Glaive trying to play the ramp. I actually like that play, but he got hard called by Phelps, saying, I don't believe you have those cards on your hand at all. I'm going to check and make sure. Dupree is sneaking all the way down deep. Lucky is going to get a kill there. Headshot on Phelps, but they're going to be able to hunt him down before he can get back around. So it's still a 4-on-3. Dupree and Sip, both of them actually trying to go aggressive. And I don't really mind this. It's a pistol round. If you don't know what's happening on this ramp, you are going to be in a lot of trouble. So they're going to go look for the kills. Barton is on the other side. They actually almost stack up for it. Got to be careful here. There's two players on the other side, and the bomb has been committed as well. 2-on-2. Long-range fight for the USP here. Dupree's on the other. Crossfire Magus with the kill on Dumao. It's looking so good for Godsent, but now, not so much. Taco on his own. 48 seconds in a 1 versus 2. He knows where they both are, but they're going to be walking in behind him. Magus with the kill. That is... It's another stolen round, I feel like, from Astralis.
Yeah, they're hitting their shots, Anders. This is the issue, is that if you're running in on Godsent's side, yes, you actually get to execute most of your round. Look, they're able to move on through the smoke. They start off with the kill, but then the fight comes from Astralis as well. Look, Astralis were the ones challenging on ramp and looking for that brawl. And when they're already fired up after their win on Nuke.
In a normal kind of game, I would say, or in a more traditional game on Vertigo, if you lose both Glaive and Lucky in the A ramp, you just fall back, all the way back onto the A side. You almost played like a retake. You're just hoping to get some USP shots. I love the fact that Astralis wanted to go aggressive and wanted to stop Godsent from, let's say, falling back to B or anything. They really wanted to be sure.
Ooh.
Nice shot from Barton to take down Dupree. And well, actually, Magus doesn't have any head armor either here, so that... The Mac 10s that are coming through here could be mega dangerous. There's a headshot. It doesn't matter if he has head armor or not. He's going to be gone.
That was sick, and that's the M41 down now as well, and that's the round almost already over. Yeah, no, Astralis, that is it. Godsent winning every duel, every duel.
Oh, man, that's where you wish if you were Glaive you had slightly more sensitivity. You could see him kind of tracking behind.
Can't keep up.
Great round out of Godsent. That's what they needed. High fives all around. That is the round that they needed right off the bat here. Yep. I mean, winning the pistol maybe would have been fun as well, but actually sometimes winning the second round here could just, put you into a really great position, right? They're going to be able to save all of the guns, the M4 that was dropped here.
What a shot.
Yeah, this is so good.
But that's the beauty of that kind of play, is that you run up as a group. There's too many targets for Magus to just focus on, and you need to really just put bodies on the screen in front of them. You can't let them have those duels where they have the superior firepower. So a 1v1 is always going to favor Astralis in that situation. Whereas if you have 2 or 3 guys of Godsent just running up at once, sure, he's got an M4A1, but he's not going to kill all of you. So nicely done there by Godsent. This is a 4-spy round coming in here from Astralis. Well, it's kind of like a weird half-buy HE gimmick round. I don't know. Yeah. They haven't bought Kevlar.
Yeah, they just have 3 of them, so it's a nice idea. I kind of like it. Smoke on Glaive as well. That did nothing at all. Did not actually connect.
I was kind of hoping that they would just hold on to the HEs for when the execute comes in.
That's what I thought as well, that they were just going to sort of play around with the deagles up here, and then if they take the bomb site, you try and slow them down. You make it so that there's not that much time on the clock, and then you try and blow them up.
Yeah. Every time I see this kind of spray battle, I'm always just internally thinking, yeah, Glaive, you show that smoke who's boss. Because I mean, that every single time, this is all Vertigo. All they're doing is just going to spray into this smoke.
Exactly. Yeah, you just have to feel it. It's a sort of a Jedi game. Close your eyes, in fact. Just don't even think about it.
There's just layers on layers. Oh, there we go. That was a meaty one.
Still one on Magus. Glaive going to be forced out, but can they catch him? A little bit awkward here. He's just standing out in the open. Still a nade left. 25 seconds. I'm getting nervous right now for Godsent. Phelps gets destroyed by that nade, and now 20 seconds. They're getting closer, but again, they don't want to be too stressed. There's the kill on Taco. He had the bomb in hand. Now it's back into a 3-on-3. They're finally going to get a chance to get that bomb down, and that'll at least buy them some time. Now the pressure is on Astralis to try and go for the retake here. Dupree, he gets found on the lurk, and I think that kill actually might be the pivotal kill here for Godsent.
Indeed, indeed. I think that locks it down. Now they get the Triangle of Doom set up here on Godsent. It's going to be so difficult for Astralis to make their way onto this bomb site, and very nicely done. Letro's just taking that fight. He's got the health. He can afford to take a couple of bullets, and keep in mind, the Deagle's been nerfed now. Does just slightly less damage to the body, and so you can see he had just a few points of health left. Pre-nerf, probably dies there, but he still had his teammate there to back him up. So works out for Godsent, and they get that second round on the board. So still, that was a spicy round for Astralis. They didn't invest so much into the round, and yet they were able to turn that into a fairly decent one. Doing some damage, getting a couple of kills.
You almost wonder a little bit if that first nade hadn't been a dud.
Yeah.
That could have been really something.
Totally different situation, you're right.
All stacked up at the A ramp or the A bomb site, which is fine, whatever. In these kind of rounds, it's just all a guessing game. They do have another HE on Magus. Whatever, it should not make any difference, really.
That's a bit of a... I mean, in a hard eco, it's a bit of a greedy nade, but okay.
I mean, I would trade that 100% of the time for a flashbang.
Well, for a flashbang, or I would just trade it for an HE in the next round.
Yeah.
And that's still $300 that you're investing in this round, so if you don't have the money to full buy next round, then you may be regretting. But, you know, we'll see if he gets anything out of it. Astralis is currently doing the best they can to try and just bait Godsent into this push.
There's the shooting for the smoke. And Magus, he already threw the grenade a while ago and he just didn't hit anyone with it. But the USP will do the job. Taco, smartly though, checking out the bomb site here. And again, why run into the stack if you can just kind of find it? Magus and Glaive will both go down, and Taco's cleared the bomb site pretty much on his own here. And he should be able to win the fight against at least the one USP. More are coming. And Lucky will be the last to go down. So just fine, no problem here. They lose Phelps. It's not a big deal. Godsent up to a 3-1 start. I like what I'm seeing here out of them. I think this is must be a refreshing turn of pace for them.
Indeed. It's just the way that things work out, Anders, where as soon as I see a player's crosshair just land perfectly on somebody like that, I'm always just like, crisp, clean lock. Game is up, Taco. You've been doing a lot of hard carrying these days, but now we know. Now we know.
Yeah,
Not really, guys.
If you believed in you know, telepathy or something, you could communicate with, like, shoot the gun.
Yeah, exactly. Just imagine if you had that kind of power. But
You have to use it responsibly for sure.
To make oodles of cash. Oh.
5th round is on its
Magus
way.
hasn't held that position yet. I was about to say, Magus hasn't held that spot yet, and it works. Gets the headshot on Taco as well.
I think it says something as a very, very good return from Taco there. But I think it says something about the M4A1 that he's willing to take that fight. So full-on spray battle. All he could see is the head, but it is just so accurate. It's a little laser, isn't it?
Yep.
So he felt that was coming. Still, it is a 4-on-4, even though Phelps and Taco are a little bit low on health here. They're locating outside of the B bomb site, which is pretty well occupied at the moment, actually. In spite of them getting a kill, that's probably what they're thinking. Normally, there could be even just be one person on B. They already take one down. Why would there be two now? But there is, in fact. So this is Astralis reading this defense, or reading the offense, I guess, really well. Dupree walking up. They actually get sipped really quickly, but they're not ready for Dupree. Even though he got the kill, they just weren't aware of it. Great defense put up from Dupree in this round. That's what they needed. 3 kills out of him. Now it's a 1 versus 2 here for Dumao.
Oh, yeah. The flank. Impeccable stuff from Glaive. Hits that timing wonderfully. Well, they don't even swap for AKs. They hold on to their A1s.
It's just too good.
It's too good. I mean, imagine with all the smokes around here, all the weird little angles that you can be taking shots with. I mean, having the silencer, that may be just enough for them to think it's worthwhile. But, I mean, Dupree just made short work of him here. Was that just comms? I suppose Phelps wasn't aware that Dupree was at his back. Nobody was telling him. They weren't aware of where Dupree was playing from. That's, again...
I think, well, yeah, and it could also just be that Phelps' role in that play is to hug that right-hand side and just move up. So he's like, that's what I'm doing. You guys will have to do the rest. And maybe that would have been possible, but there was a flashbang against the first guy that Dupree was fighting. So, yeah, something definitely got a little bit messed up in that moment. Now, if you're on the Godsent side, though, you're just telling yourself, That's okay. We lost that round, but they only had 2 people left alive. If we come back and win this next one, they're going to be back to pistols again, and we can just keep winning. So I don't think they're that worried about it. Glaive going to be moving out behind the flashbang. That's such a setup. And he gets a double kill behind it. Lucky on the assist, and he's going to get a kill of his own. That is just a really good way to win a round.
That is a bold duel by Lucky, and does not find the shot either. So, okay then, but Lucky, that was such a man fight that he just took there. He had to win that duel, and he did it. If he loses that one, it's a very awkward spot, I think, for Astralis on that bomb site. It opens an avenue onto the bomb site for Godsent to take advantage of, and instead now it's Taco alone in a 1v4, just kind of hoping that somebody's in mid, hoping that he's going to find somebody here to take a duel with him. 38 seconds left.
It's so unlikely that you can win a round like this if you're Taco here. You just have to. I mean, the bomb is actually so far away that he definitely can't. Yeah. But yeah, a kill or two here would definitely make it a different round once again. Don't want to let them get away with 4 rifles. He's walking up. He's just not finding the luck. They're right around him, and he has no idea. Trying to be real silent, getting down. He's going to find at least one there. Knife is almost out. He's going to go down to Magus. I think Astralis are just fine with this particular round. They only lose 2 players. That's enough to build the economy, and we're back into a 3-on-3 scoreline, a 3-3 scoreline here.
Yeah, and Astralis also looking like they're starting to hit their stride here. But this is the difference as well when you actually have the nades and the rifles to work with. As we'll see, yep, Lucky taking that fight straight up and winning it. That was sick. But this is the difference now that you actually have the grenades on Astralis on the CT side, so you can play with your setups. Although, as I say that, Glaive and Dupree, did they drop? They might have dropped nades for the rotations.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that's what's going on here.
Very well could have been.
Yeah,
MP9 as well on Dupree, kind of showing that they have a read of the economy. Taco has picked up an AK, so he could still be dangerous. This could be kind of an interesting round. They have smokes and a Molotov. If they put up the wall of smokes and Molotov out that position that Magus is in, they can actually do a lot of damage here. Wow, just straight up. Forget about the nades, just winning the fight. That is so well done.
And it's definitely... I mean, that's Taco opening up the B-bomb site completely for business, but this is, again, why you set those nades down in CT spawn. It's one of those maps where you can rotate through, and if you were to drop grenades, your rotators from A to B or B to A can actually pick up some extra utility to work with going into the retake if necessary. But now, I mean, it's a 4-on-4. They have to know that this is a Nico, though, still.
Yeah, I think they do. But does it actually help them?
Double
that is
molly,
one
so
hell of a
much
Molotov.
damage.
Oh my god, they actually just burned them out. Taco going to be going down, and it looks so easy on the retake. Dumao, he's miles away. He can never get anywhere to help out. That is so ridiculous. That is just a beautiful Molotov to burn them out. Not if you're on the Godsent side, but man.
Not exactly. Not if you're that's a nightmarish Molotov if you're on Godsent. But for Astralis, they were both hiding in the same spot, and a perfect molly. That just could not have gone better for the retake. Astralis again with a little bit of a fortunate break going their way. And now, I mean, 4-3, they've taken the lead on the CT side, and Godsent, well, keep in mind, round of eco for Godsent last time, so now they actually have the AKs, they have the nades. And let's see, do we get a change of pace out of Godsent? I do kind of wish that we would see something perhaps a little bit more aggressive, something quick and clever towards that B-bomb site, for example, just putting the pressure on. We're back over here towards A, showing some presence.
Yeah, Glaive pushed down. This is a play that we see fairly often. It could be very hard to check if you're coming in from the T side. You normally don't die to that position because you're surprised by it, or you've never seen it before. It's just, it can be really tricky to check that deep. I like this play, but Magus this time a little bit more ready. Way well. That's nearly a triple. We'll count it almost as that. And, I mean, last time, and I can understand why they're thinking, you know what, we beat him last time at 1 AK. Let's just try and actually rush him down. And he just took them all with him.
Just blow it up. Just blow it up. Quick change of pace onto the B side is what I really wanted to see. And Godsent, they almost do it. Apart from, I mean, Magus just, it really is sick to see when they've decided that A1 is the rifle of choice. The pros have such sick aim.
Oh,
nice done, nice done. I mean, a couple of kills there. That's well done.
But also, I mean, Dupree actually won that. He was running and gunning with the MP9. He made that look so easy. It's another round for Astralis, but this time more expensive. And again, all those things actually matter at the end of it, right? Does make a difference. 5-3. Bomb plant as well on top. Godsent with a round loss bonus. They could probably buy here. They could probably keep the pressure on to Astralis.
Sure. But again, we'll get to see Magus again. And I mean, just the aim with that A1S is so satisfying to see. If you have a player who keeps his cool in those situations and isn't just spraying and praying, but actually controlling it, you can be so effective. So really cool to see there from Magus. What a hold from him. Star level stuff. And now 5-3 in the lead, Astralis. And Godsent. They were thinking about it. They were thinking about the changeup. Straight on to B, no time wasted. I like this. This could be really effective.
Yeah, good setup so far. Molotov out. That Molotov also kind of gives the game away a little bit. I'm surprised that no one is at least rotating to middle for Astralis right now. They have one player there. Magus with the setup. He's going to spray down Lado. A little bit of a nade out. If he peeks to his right, they're just so ready for it. Oh, but he was ready too. He had seen that before, and Taco was nearly dead behind it, so a little bit scary. Phelps has been left behind, but they're running, and that's something you can't really do on this map.
Yep.
If you run to rotate to the A-bomb site, they're going to hear 100% of the time.
Do you think it's the double pump? Because that is what you could do here. You could go for that fake where you act like you're running off towards A, and instead you rotate back over towards B. Oh, Taco can't catch a break.
That grenade followed him into the corner.
He saw him looking at it, too, just like, well, this is my life.
He's so dead. Yeah, but I mean, at that point, just toss yourself onto it. Try and see if you can cover the nade so your teammates stay alive at least.
Brutal.
Dumao is going to be going down in the middle, and Phelps and Bart in the left. 2 versus 4. Still about 30 seconds on the clock, and Dupree's pushed up to a really awkward off angle again. There's a huge angle that you have to cover when you make the swing from where Phelps is going forward, and they could be at any point during that. They could be under the stairs. Well, there's so much to look for. Phelps being found by Glaive here. This, unlike the other rounds, is a huge change of pace. There is no bomb plant. There's 4 people surviving for Astralis. It means you could look at the cash. They have so much to work with right now. And Godsent, they just have the round loss bonus.
Yeah, it was a change of pace in the sense that, yes, they tried to get some early pressure on B this time, Godsent, which was really cool to see. Unfortunately for them, Magus is just too hot to handle right now. They can't really keep up with him. He's always getting that 1 kill at least, and that's throwing Godsent for a loop. They don't quite know how to handle it. And it's going to be tough to handle it if you don't have your heavy hitters carrying a bit of the load right now. And I mean, I am calling Phelps right now, just saying Phelps needs to be stepping up. He's only got 2 kills right now going into the 10th round of this first half. And for one of your star level players, you need more. You really do need him to be doing a bit more here for the team. So, Godsent having a little bit of a chat.
Now's the time for it, right? It started off pretty well. They converted that round after losing their pistol. They got right back in the mix. But now Astralis are, they're clawing their way back, and way too quickly, right? And again, as long as the economy was low on the CT side, you could kind of weave a little bit of a story for Godsent around cracking the economy, 1 round to get back into it all. That's not true anymore. And that becomes a big problem. 6-3 right now in favor of Astralis. Remember, they won the first map, so if this keeps up, it's gonna be just more and more tricky. MP7 picked up on Lado. Bit of a rare sighting these days.
That's not something we see too much. Is it MBK? Channeling his inner MBK? What's going on here? Technical timeout getting called here, I'm assuming, because the clock has not resumed. Nope, there it is. So maybe a little hiccup, a little sound issue, whatever. Got that squared away nice and quick, and we're going to get live in about 10 seconds' time. And it is looking like we will get a weird kind of buy coming in here from Godsent. Rifle MP7. That's not something we see very often, yeah.
Just a little bit rare. Just a little bit.
What are you going to do with that MP7? Is that a misbuy? I mean, did he fat finger that and was hoping for a Mac 10?
I'm sure he wanted it. They bought a Mac 7 as well on, remember? On new. I'm sure they just have different preferences.
One of these eccentric players, right?
Yeah, I love it. I think it's great.
All right.
All right. Well, to make this round work, though, for Godsent, you need probably a little bit of a gift going your way. Dupree could be one of them. The 3 people about to jump him. He's just going for the straight spray, but the Tech-9 somehow just absolutely beats him to it. That's a fight. At least you're expecting 1 kill. Another headshot. This time unlucky. They're just in the middle and actually doing so much damage. Flashes are coming out everywhere. It's just an unstoppable train making its way through middle. Mega's finally going to be trying to throw down a bit of a log onto the rails there. And that's triple for him. Unbelievable.
That's the bomb, Anders.
That is the bomb, yeah. That's a bad move. Oh, they can't pick it up.
No!
It does move it back. They probably could have had it. You're right, Semler. Phelps now 1 versus 2, and he's going to be making the jump out. That's a far jump, and Lucky, dinked from earlier, still able to get the shot. Oh my god.
What was this round, Anders? No! How are you peeking that with the bomb?
They got carried away, didn't they? And they were like, you know what? This is it. This is so good. Yeah, but they, and I mean, presumably,
did he just not know? Do you think he probably just didn't know he had the bomb?
Could have been. Could have been. Or he thought, you know what, they're fighting in middle. I can just sneak in this kill. I don't know. It's not worth it. You're right. The bomb plant probably would have been a better move there. 7-3, and moving into the 11th round. Godsent. Just everything about this so far for this best of 3 has been heartbreaking for Godsent. Pretty much all the way through. Glaive sneaking down, flashed for the minute, but they're not checking him. So Phelps, oh, he's lucky to be alive. That smoke kind of saved him, but he's doing so much damage. And Glaive is still hanging around. He's like, you know what?
Yeah, what even is this drive-by?
Yeah,
just flinging bullets out there. Whoa, Lucky getting, he's getting got. Back to a 4-on-4. That's the AWP out of picture. Lucky, not quite hitting the shots right now, but I mean, his teammates are doing the work.
Dupree's he's in T-spawn.
Oh, yeah.
He's so deep in there. Glaive is going to be found, and the bomb is making its way over to that A-bomb side. Magisk with the kill, and Sip with 1 on Barton as well. Is back into a 2-on-3, and again, Dupree, where is he actually going to end up? He's just hanging around. He's expecting them to maybe fall back.
Oh, see, he's just got them boxed in now.
I mean, either way, that's a good play, because if they go for this and try and get the bomb down, he's going to be able to rotate pretty quickly and shoot them in the back, potentially. If they come back to the other bomb site, well, then they're definitely dead. So, yeah, he's just turned it into a lurk now and trying to see if he can get that flank. And Dumao taking a fair bit of damage, actually, from that. Got to be careful. This round has to be won. Godsent need this so badly.
Yeah, they're so starved for information right now. That's the thing. They suspect it's the usual play to see now these flanks come through up on ramp. Nice HE onto Lado, but that gives away Dupree's position. He's fine with that. He wants to draw attention to himself to give his teammates room to work with to find these players.
Ooh, good flashbang to set up, but they still cannot find Magisk. He's going to get the headshot on Lado, Dupree, and now Dumao sneaking through. He gets one of them, and it's almost time. He's got it. That kill did the big difference, and I mean, it's a kind of a sloppy round from Godsent in a bunch of different ways, but whatever it takes right now, whatever they can get to make it work, it's going to be good. 4-7.
Without a doubt. I mean, you just need to get the rounds on the board. 4, if you can get maybe 5 or 6, I think as far as Godsent are concerned, with how this half has gone so far, they'll just be counting themselves lucky to get that much. But now, because they all die in that round, they really don't have a whole lot to work with at that point. You're getting the round win bonus, and that's it.
Yeah.
Whereas you're going to have Astralis fully equipped on their side with nades, everything they could want. Your buy is going to look a little anemic. You're not really going to have a whole lot to work with.
I feel like this is the most tragic best of 3 I've seen in a long time, where just one team.
Why are you gritting that, Anders?
I don't know, because I don't know what else to do. It's either that or I have to start crying, and I don't want to do that on the stream, you know? So
you're right.
It is just upsetting. Normally, the luck is somewhat evenly distributed amongst, you know, or the lack thereof between the teams.
Yeah.
Like you kind of, you know, you have some misfortune going your way, but then you kind of get it back later on. This is nothing like that. It feels like Godsent every single time. They're just ending up with it. You're right. They win a round, but everyone dies. They have some good 2v2s, but they just can't really finish them. It's unbelievable.
Oh, no, it is really tragic right now what's happening to Godsent. And keep in mind, guys, this is it. This is, well, Astralis are currently up 1 map in this best of 3, and this is an elimination series from the major. You lose this, you go home. That is it. Oh, Dupree, you savage.
He knew that he could not fall back from that position, but the fact that he even got one of those kills is still pretty impressive. Glaive, oh yeah, there's a lot of people there. Lucky, do you want to stick around here? This is very common in Molotov. They don't have one right now, so actually this is one of those times where he is really safe in this position. He's going to get a kill, and now he's going to start to fall back. Crossing into the bomb site, very dangerous. That could have been actually a double kill for Barton. I don't know, Astralis getting maybe a little bit too loose with it here, because they probably at least could have guessed that someone would have moved up. So a little bit shocking. Sip is going to be going down, trying to get the jump on them there. This is a weird round here for Astralis, in my opinion. Yeah,
what a bizarre round. Just completely unaware of the fact that Godsent could have pushed up yellow. They didn't have anybody there watching it either. So I don't, I mean, Astralis have to have been aware that that was a risk, but it didn't look like it from judging by their play. And now they're in a weird retake. Nice off angle, but Magisk again trumps him. Gets that kill. 2-on-2 now with the flash over the top. This is going to be so difficult now for Godsent to hold.
Yeah, it actually could be. They're going to be running up before the fight even happens. That's interesting. Lucky has no idea that he's behind there, but Dumal, he goes for a spray and a reload. You don't have time for that. There's a second left of the defuse. Oh, no! He just gets away with it. The tragedy continues for Godsent. It's so ridiculous.
What is this Greek tragedy that we're watching right now? He runs out of bullets on the spray.
Oh, man.
I can't even wrap my head around this. That nothing is working for Godsent. They cannot catch a break. And just rewatching this now, I mean, that was sick. This is really nicely done here from Barton. He's fighting the good fight. And Lucky had no idea where this guy was either. It's outrageous, Anders.
Telling you right now, Samler, if they actually are God sent, it's more in like the Jesus sense, where they sent to be tortured on Earth. that kind of thing that we're witnessing here is unbelievable.
Their fate, it's a grim one right now. And the thing is that I don't think they're going to it willingly right now. They're trying to fight back, Anders. They're fighting against it. It's inevitable.
Yeah, this is it's so heartbreaking. And unlike, I mean, on Nuke, at least you could say, even if they'd won some of those 2v2s, they still probably do not win that map. Or they definitely don't win Nuke. This map is different, right? 8-4. If they win that spray through the smoke, what a difference it would have made. Would have been 5-7 instead. Sip, looking over the smoke. Lucky is there as well. Trying. Not quite hitting the shot, but again, it is at least slowing them down. Deep grenade, and it doesn't do nearly any damage, but wasn't that far off. Cones flying everywhere. And 13th round, starting off with a bang here. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade, favoring Godsent. That is what they needed. They took some damage on Dumao as well, but Phelps goes down. Glaive is straight back into it, looking for a follow-up. It's going to be Magus to get that instead, and we're in a 2-on-2. Godsent have had this position many, many times throughout this best of 3 so far, without actually being able to do much about it. They keep losing these important rounds. This one has to go their way. It simply must. They're fighting for their major lives here, and if they can't find a way to bring this one home, it's just going to be trouble. There's Lado going down before they even get the bomb planted, and now it's Barton on his own. Mega's jumping into him. Almost managed to knock him out. The headbutt. Spray is there, but Lucky is still alive. He's got 6 health left with that AWP. Molotov to put a bit of pressure on Barton. Still got 30 seconds, so you can wait out the Molotov here. But that AWP on the other side is the big equalizer against this AK. And Barton knows it. Tries a little bit here with the bomb plant. He's going to go all the way through, not even faking it out. So now the pressure is on Lucky. He's just holding the... knows he has to move at one point. The gun barrel showing? I don't think so.
Don't think so.
He's slowly creeping back out. I think Barton has the right idea. Lucky, he still has a smoke like last time, but you can't expect for him to run out of bullets again. So this time it should be favoring the T side. It should be Godsent winning this one. Oh, but Lucky, he gets the headshot, and he is straight on the bomb. It goes the way of Astralis again. Unbelievable.
Unbelievable that he walks into that. Godsent, I mean, that's, again, it's all just lining up for Astralis. Lucky happens to be holding the correct angle with the op right when his opponent peeks into his crosshairs. A bit of that is Lucky, obviously, but it's also a bit of it, you know, him just living up to his name. Having it break his way like that. It's unreal. Godsent cannot get anything to break their way right now in these clutches. It's just not happening for them. 9-4. Big lead now for Astralis on the CT side of Vertigo in this first half.
Round number 14. This hopefully will be a different round for Godsent. This time the nade does land, and it does do a fair bit of damage to follow up Molotov into the corner. Glaive again, playing it aggressively on that A ramp. He snuck down. I don't think they realize, oh, he's just going to swing against them. Easily takes out Phelps. He was just caught sleeping by the box. Godsent, I mean, they're being pressured so much without even being allowed to take the initiative. We actually introduced this first half by saying, at least they're on the T side, at least they can take some initiative and dictate where the fights are going to be happening, but that's not even true half the time here.
No, it's not, exactly. But now they maybe have a little bit of an opening here to take advantage of. Quick rotate down to the B site, hoping that they can actually find a way in. There is already an Astralis player on point here, though. And, yep, Dupree not going to get caught sleeping. He finds the kill. Brings it back to a 3-on-3, and he's got the backup now. Lucky is showing up with that AWP, looking for a shot. And, well, smoke to create a little bit of room, but there's still a chance now for Godsent to get this bomb planted.
All right. They get a kill as well. 2-on-3 with the bomb down. It's everything that you could wish for right now for Godsent. Once again, it's got all the makings of another tragic round, but really, if we just forget about what's been happening so far, this is a one round. There are no nades left on Astralis. This should be an almost impossible retake. Dumao take care of Sip. It took a minute there, but he's able to find the shot on him. And now it's just Dupree to 1 versus 3 with not that much time left, really. Yeah, pick up the AWP and try and see if you can make an exit instead. If he runs too far, he'll run into Taco. It is going to be a 5th round on the board for Godsent finally. And I think Dupree doesn't even realize, yeah, he's probably dead, almost certainly dead here, especially while reloading the AWP.
Oh,
there's the shot.
Yeah, he hears the footsteps. He's like, wait. No,
no,
not happening, bud. Not happening.
And they actually have no money on the Astralis side, so Godsent could come up with 9-6. I almost feel like, given how all this is unfolded, if they get to 9-6, it's probably going to be okay, maybe.
It's their map pick, after all, right? So their CT side, you got to expect that they're going to have some tricks up their sleeve, that they'll have prepared some stuff here in this all-important series. You know that these players aren't getting much sleep right now. They're probably so focused on just staying alive in this major. So Godsent, you know, where I'm not going to call it just yet, because again, if Lady Luck just starts winking their way a little bit, right, just giving them a little smile, not a grin, just a little bit, you know, corner, it could still go their way. Or Dupree can just rip your head off, Taco. That's also an option.
Please, please. They don't deserve this. This is cruel. Phelps going down and Magus with the kill on Lado. I don't know what they've done to deserve this. Why is it happening? Dumao and Bartin, 2 versus 5. It's absolute. What we're witnessing here is just, it's got to be one of the most emotionally devastating. Again, this would be hard if it was just a random online game, but we're at the major and you're about to get knocked out. And every single round, you just run into the maximum amount of tragedy every single time.
It is getting to that Greek level right now. We're starting to see some real horror show stuff. I mean, Dupree's now got this crazy off angle that he hasn't used yet this half, so there's no reason for Godsent to expect this whatsoever. Oh. And there it is. The double kill. He's got the drop, and he gets that solid round.
It's a flawless round out of having a Deagle and a Scout. And it just works. 10-5 in the first half in favor of Astralis. Man, forget about the Titanic as a tragedy. We've reached new levels.
This is really getting it, and I don't think they're coming back, Anders. You know, you can whisper it all you want, but
this time everyone is going down into the cold deep. There's no survivors.
Well, let's see. CT side now for Godsent. This is it. All right. So all of the pressure on you, and Taco. Let's not forget that Taco is here, and he is leading this team. He's done tremendous work for them so far. The tournament yesterday had a great performance, even though it wasn't quite enough to get his team the wins. He was there doing the damage, and well, now as far as Godsent are concerned. As far as Godsent are concerned, could be their time to shine on the CT side, looking for the headshots. Phelps, if there was ever a time to wake up, it's now. Yeah,
you need it. We've said it so many times. It's starting to become a little bit repetitive. 10-5, and here we go. Setting up on the A-ramp. Flash goes into the sky. They're going to be able to isolate Phelps, but he actually gets a kill and just ducks into the smoke. That's shocking that he's still alive here, but it should be a bomb plant for Astralis. And they still have an HE there on Lucky. They're going to be throwing that deep into the bomb site. Didn't really do any damage. They re-smoked the right-hand side of it, so that's a long time that Godsent. They can't really wait for that smoke to disappear. They actually have to do something before that goes away, because otherwise the round is almost over at that point in time. 5 versus 3 now for the retake. It's all looking so good. Magus getting a kill. Just a bit of a hiccup there. But they need to keep going, trying to find it. No one's on the bomb yet. Astralis, they knife out Lucky. No, come on. That's too much. Dupree on his own. He's going to get shut down. And the defuse is going to be in. Godsent will win the pistol. That's your job well done.
There we go, Anders. The strong start. Hopefully this is enough to get Godsent just flowing now. They get that pistol round win, and now they actually get to buy up. Astralis are going to go for the force themselves, so they're feeling it right now, Astralis. They're saying, we got the bomb plant. We're going to be able to afford to get a few rifles of our own, and now we're going to be in that awkward spot where you're not really sure which team actually won the pistol round, just because they all have guns, and it's a fairly even buy if you look at it. So Astralis now looking to just put an end to this Godsent party in the second half.
I think Lucky pulling out that knife, that's like his realization that, you know what? Everything is working today. Luck and fate is on our side. Let's just go for it. But is it tempting? Is it too much? Has he switched it? Did he curse his team by doing that?
It's just...
I feel like that's pushing the upper limits on what you can get away with.
Exactly. And also, will you have used up all of your luck for the tournament, in this one series after that?
It's possible.
It's not done yet. This is the thing. Astralis and Godsent both are in that uncomfortable situation where these are all elimination matches for them now. Their backs are to the wall. They have to win out from here in order to make it into the next stage. And even then, you're not done. Then it's the next stage. You're not even into the playoffs if you make it out of these groups. You get another group phase.
Yeah, it's wild. Taco to get a kill on the pre, but a good return from Magisk over on the B stairwell. So they're going to be trading 1-for-1 over on that side. Just a little bit of noise here at the A ramp being made as well. You kind of... Oh, wait a minute. They're actually so deep in here. Glaive he wants to see if he can close out this round. And if he finds that kill, that's probably will do the job. But a good defense from Phelps. Actually, a stunning defense from Phelps getting that double kill. That's... Again, this should be a 1 round already here. 2 versus 4. Even with the time that's left, they should be able to set up trade positions where every time Astralis get a kill, if they do, you can quickly get one back as well.
Sure. I'm just curious to see if Phelps, if this is it, him just going to start waking up here in the second half. He had such a quiet first half. But if he starts getting single and double kills on the CT side, that's all Godsent need to get competitive here. If they can rely on him to start carrying some weight. And so now, well, Glaive, he's got Magisk with him. They're going to go for the peak. He knows the usual angles. Unfortunately for him, Phelps was crouching at the time, and so they do not spot him out. But Magisk gets the drop. What? 2 beautiful kills coming in for Godsent. No way should they get those.
Yeah, you think the M-Force would be favored in that moment, but didn't turn out that way. 10-7. I mean, 10-7 scoreline. If I just wipe my memory of all the misfortune that Godsent have run into, you'd say this is looking great. This is actually pretty good. They could definitely win this. From a 10-7 scoreline, right? It's only a 3-round difference. If they have the economy with them, and they do, it could be smooth sailing here. No connection there, but all of the T's are on the ramp. Deep nades.
Beautiful.
That's really going to blow them up.
That's what you want to see. Just bombardment. And they don't go for the force this round. No Kevlar. Lato not going to get lucky. That's a little unfortunate. The kills are going to go to the M4 with Phelps, so he's going to get those feel-good kills. One of them goes the way of the MP9 at the end. That's always painful in those anti-ecos because you really just want that MP9 to be farming. It's $600 per kill instead of $300 per kill. That adds up. If you get a few kills, there's your full set of nades for the next round. So, I mean...
We had that Mac 10 ace earlier. That was pretty good.
True. For Magisk on Nuke, he was feeling good after that.
But in terms of the score, right, 10-8.
Well, now we got to see. Do Astralis have anything to pull out of the hat here to catch Godsent off guard? Because this is Godsent's map pick. Godsent have got that momentum going on the CT side. And here's the aggression coming in from Phelps. Close on the ramp. Do they realize that this is even an option? It doesn't look like it. He's got 2 players who've made it past him.
Why would they ever check for that? That's such an immensely brave move from Phelps. Now he's going to start to fall back. They did get the kill on Sip as well, but I don't think I've seen that very often. That's one hell of a jump. He's going to get caught, though. Trying to get back. Glaive will go down in return. So they still trade favorably. Godsent still ahead here, 3 versus 4. They're going to be fine for the minute. Setting up towards the B bomb side, though. If Taco goes down, still is a big problem because the follow-up rifle here is still a FAMAS, and that's a clean shot. Now the FAMAS is trying to hold it. Barton is getting into position. Flash doesn't do too much to him. He's out on that deep angle. Gonna go down to Lucky, though. It's now a 2-on-2, and the spray from Dupree is so good.
What is going on here, Anders?
They're just fighting their way into the... It's a really good call for Astralis to go back and sort of fish for that kill. And once they get it, they know. They're so ready for it. It's a really, really smart move. Lado now 1 versus 2. He has a smoke, so theoretically, if he can find the 1 kill and turn it into a 1-on-1, he could try and play around that smoke and the defuse. But it's a hard game to play right now, and he's not going to be able to check everything. Dupree will take him down. It's a good triple for Dupree in this round, and generally, he's been playing incredibly well here on Vertigo, along with Magisk. It's going to be 11-8.
Well, those two have certainly come online in this series for Astralis. They were absent yesterday. You can't get around that. We weren't seeing Magus and Dupree pull their weight. It was really Glaive who was trying to lead from the fronts, trying to make the plays happen and trying to create space, and the rest of his teammates were kind of lackluster in their gameplay. Today, however, the two stars are really standing out for Astralis, and that's exactly what needs to happen. It's a point that Thorin was really elaborating on yesterday, trying to make you guys understand that without Device here, the player to get the most MVPs, right? You need to turn to Dupree. You need to turn to Magus to hit the shots for Astralis to be a threat. And so if those guys are here now, well then, Astralis are cooking with gas.
Yeah, there's no way you can rush over the fact that that Device is not on the team. I mean, there's not many places in the world to look for a replacement for a player like Device. There's just no way around it. So, yeah, they're going to have to double and triple down on some of these other players. Magus been guarding T-spawn for a while. Hanging out there. I like this move from Dumau. It's super high risk, but remember Dupree was doing something similar, not with an AWP, but he was playing in that same style. Dumau sneaking through, still scoped up, and the timing is just not with him. I still think it's a cool idea, but when it backfires like this, it is obviously going to be a bit of an issue. 50 seconds. 4 on 5 here. Sip is just waiting for that smoke to fade. Still got about 40 seconds now. They are being slowed down. Phelps, he's been playing well on this ramp, but this time it's going to go against him. Lado able to trade the kill. That is at least something. 35 seconds. That Molotov, I don't know about that one. That just slows them down. Did they really need that? Maybe they feel like they've boxed him in with a follow-up grenade, but I feel like that actually is just slowing them down a lot. They still have a player in middle that's sort of lurking his way through. Dupree again on that angle. And that is so deadly. If they can get Dupree into play, Barton, he reads it. What a great read from Barton. That is absolutely amazing. That might have just won them the round here. Bomb is going to be planted, but now it's a 3-on-3. Grenade on top of them. Sip with a headshot, though. Oh, and he gets one more. It's all headshots at the end. Astralis, it just doesn't matter. That play from Barton is so good. And they get the nade that essentially destroys the entire team or whoever is left, and it doesn't matter.
They peek into it, and Astralis hit all of the headshots with the AKs. That's it. One-shot headshot makes all the difference for Astralis in that hold. And here's Dupree again. Highlight from him as he gets that flank. Some great fighting here from both of these players, but now, it's just that Astralis, they've got that confidence to take those duels in the end. They just swing wide, and they're just like, right, I'm going to fight you now. I know that you need to come onto the bomb site, but I'm going to be the one to take the initiative and fight you instead, not let you be comfortable.
Confidence and voodoo magic.
And voodoo magic, I don't know, hand in hand.
There's something else going on in this game that's not just about that.
Since time immemorial. There's some Viking stuff going on here. I mean, what have you guys done? Did you reckon they sacrificed someone to Odin before this tournament started? Was that they had to bring back the OG gods?
So Amanita Mascaria. I don't know what's going on. They are something is different about this game. I can't exactly put my finger on it, but there's definitely something weird going on. Nice little boost up against USPs. Oh, don't be pulling out the nades. Yeah, he's got backup here. Got the whole crew with him, and that's going to be enough. Taco?
Just pondering the meaning of life.
trying to feel the warmth of that diesel generator. He's like, just anything to not just feel cold and lonely.
And right now he's looking for the what is it, the tailpipe.
So dark. Oh, poor Taco. I really can't believe what we've seen here so far. 13-8 is going to be the scoreline. The money is starting to work out for Astralis once again. I don't know what it is. This is a way closer game, but it still feels like there are so many of these pivotal rounds where Godsent are even in the lead. They have things going their way, and they are not able to find the wins in those rounds. I mean, it's so obnoxious.
It is. I mean, it is worth mentioning, again, to paint the picture that there is a gulf of experience between some of the players on Godsent and the multi-major champions that are Astralis.
True.
And so when pressure is on, like you said at the beginning, right, Astralis, they've been in all the situations before. For them, the only thing that they can really do is get on LAN and try to make new experiences happen, because if it comes to everything else, they've done. Whereas for Godsent, this is an elimination match in a major. This is back to the wall, ultimate pressure in your career, and you're here going up against Astralis, right? All of that is weighing on you, and so it is worth mentioning, right, that Godsent, pretty heavy underdogs in this match, all things considered, and yet they are still managing to keep some of these rounds competitive. That's the beauty of it. Nuke did not go their way the first map in this series. Astralis blasted him on it. But here, at least on Vertigo, their map pick, they're able to make Astralis work for it.
Look at Megas, he's here so quickly. Taco, he's got the right idea, and he will win that fight. The follow-up as well. Great work from Taco. That's actually very easy to get fooled by, because that nade, that smoke that's down in front of Glaive, that's the one that Taco sort of puts down to try and slow them down so that they don't just sort of rush him. The fact that they were still there maybe could have caught him off guard. Phelps is going to be losing the fight over at the A ramp. That is unfortunate, because that gives up the 4-on-3 that they had otherwise. Back into a 3-on-3 now.
Ooh, now the bait and switch. There's no way that he's going to push B ramp, though. All right, now. And so Dumas was actually pushed into mid. This is going to be interesting.
They've kind of given up on the bomb side, haven't they?
Yeah, but the bomb. Is he going to be able to find the bomb? No way. If he finds the bomb.
There it is.
Oh, this is... What are they going to do? Can Astralis be aware of this, that this is a possibility? And everybody's just sitting and waiting? Are you kidding me right now?
They really are. Just Dumao's he's pushing. That seems very high risk to me. The fact that he's moving forward like this can actually give up a lot. He still should be able to shoot Glaive in the back, but let's just wait and see. Glaive is going to be picking up the bomb. Lucky going down. Glaive trying to check as much as he can, but yeah, he has no way of knowing. That is a good move. It's all working out for Godsent in this round. Good stuff. Man, I'm so nervous when he starts moving forward like that.
Yeah, it was definitely a bit of a clench moment there. But that is such a monster flank, and it works perfectly. And then finding the bomb, just like that, that's it. It's Christmas come early. You got everything you wanted. You don't need to ask for anything more. Because at that point, you know that somebody on Astralis has to come and pick up that bomb, and they're not going to be expecting you to be camping it. And so, brutal for Astralis, but still, they've got a lead, and they have enough money for a buy. It's not the end of days just yet for Astralis. And while Godsent, nicely done through the smoke, finding the kill. You get those AKs in play, the damage you can do.
If they could turn this around, I mean, we're going to be an inferno for the final game if it goes down to the final map here. But
wouldn't that be terrific?
Just in terms of the score, I've got to say it again: 13-9 is totally winnable if you're on the Godsent side. It's just that we're so colored by the fact that they've been playing just with a lot of misfortune on the God. It really feels like that. I don't know if I'm just overdoing it in my own brain, but it feels like so many things have gone against them. If they can turn it around here, and what is this? Are they swapping out guns in the middle of the ramp? Huh. That seems like a quick way to die. If someone peeks you while you're doing that, there's nothing you can do about it. I don't like seeing that. I don't want to see that ever again. Lado does go down, but he did take Glaive with him, so it's not all bad here. 4-on-3. Making a bit of noise running back. Lucky. Oh, he's actually fighting two at once. He's going to get one of them. Can't get the follow-up, and a good spray from Phelps. He's going to be forced back, but they are still in a really winnable position here. Megas down in a 1 versus 3. He's being flanked as well. How does he even get out from behind this? Deep nade. They'll do a little bit of damage. Shooting at the corpse is not going to help out either. And Megas backing up slowly, probably to his death. It's going to be Taco on the flank, and it'll be a 10th round for Godsent.
Very well done. It's still taking some getting used to. Okay, yeah, they are going to swap out for AKs. I was about to say, I'm still getting used to this idea that players are willingly running past AKs on the CT side. It's just not used to seeing that at all. But they will go ahead and hold on to a couple of AKs, and we'll have them get into it after that. But a must-win round for Godsent. Fortunately for Astralis, they get the bomb plant in that situation. So money should still be there for them to keep some pressure up.
Yeah, that's definitely a critical thing, isn't it? Just keep the pressure on as much as you can. Even like this, if it's just pistols and armor, it's still just about trying to not let Godsent feel too comfortable. Well, canceling the aggression.
Yeah, and a near full set of nades means that they can get an execute going if they wanted to and really try and just smash Godsent here. And talk about demoralizing. If they can do some serious damage to Godsent in this round, that'll be terrific for Astralis. Take some of those AKs back. But now, patient play so far on ramp.
Yeah, this is a round where you have to be thankful that Godsent are not being very aggressive in this round, because again, if they walk into some of those deagles, that could be a bad time. So maybe this is one of those rounds where actually on the CT side, you just want to kind of wait it out and see what happens.
Time for some of the Tech 9 run and gun, methinks, on this B site.
Taco? Ooh, if he goes down, it's a bit awkward. just test it for a quick minute. Oh, Glaive catches him running up the stairs. A Deagle headshot to bring down Taco. Still got 45 seconds, which on this map is quite a bit. I think at the moment Phelps is checking the A ramp and trying to make sure, and actually deep Molotov to slow them down. This is so important for Phelps. It's not doing any damage, but he just has to know whether or not they're coming back to A.
There's 2 players on B right now for Godsent, 1 in mid. Phelps is alone.
Oh, wait, he's going to, hide behind the sandbags. They probably know he's there. Yep, they're going to Molotov him out, and he can't do anything about it. He goes for the fight, and they're not actually checking it. They throw the Molotovs without checking if anyone is there, and he gets a triple kill behind it. Lucky and Dupree, what do you do now? 15 seconds, you cannot fall back to the B bomb site. If you want to get the bomb plant, you just have to run and try and get the job done.
You have to go and die.
Yeah, actually.
This is an eco round. What are you doing?
Well, Dupree's walking up behind them with an M4, so maybe they're like, all right, we can make this super expensive. He's going to miss that shot, though. This is an all-round, weird, sloppy round from Astralis. Throwing the Molotov into the sandbags was a great idea, but not checking if anyone was there, being forced out, that's a big no-no.
What a weird round. What a weird round. And unforced errors, Anders. You hit the nail on the head. Unforced errors for Astralis now, where you throw mollies and then don't look to see. The whole point of throwing that molly is to force someone out from behind those sandbags. You don't just throw it's not an HE. You don't just throw it and forget about it. You throw it and you watch to see if you're going to flush anybody out into the open. So unforced errors getting made here by Astralis, and I actually think it's a good time for Zonic to call for the timeout here and kind of slow down the pace here, because now Godsent are going to start feeling like they can get back into this. Godsent are going to start feeling like things are starting to break their way, and that this map pick of theirs can actually go their way. So now, Taco keeping his players cool, calm, and collected. And it's on Astralis now to get their heads in this and figure out what it is that they need to do, because they didn't get a bomb plant that round. If they get a bomb plant that round, they have plenty of money. Whereas now, it's going to be a little questionable. They will have just enough, but they're light on nades.
Going to be lacking a little bit, and a Galil in the mix as well there on Magus. So a couple of things that they could have had extra, but they should still be pretty lethal in this upcoming round. 13-11. That gap is really closing down right now. Godsent are taking all of the right steps. They're moving in the right direction. They just need to keep this up. Don't change the formula right now. Just keep your eyes on the prize and get a victory on Vertigo. They could think about Inferno after that. But this is all about just making it through here and not getting knocked out in a 2-0 fashion. Lucky he's seen the helmet, I think. Oh, throwing up another nade. Yeah, okay. As long as the smoke is up, I feel like you could probably do that. Previous round when they had none, it was a bit more scary. Phelps is pushed down, playing inside of it. If they spam through here, there's not going to be any real recovery. He does take a couple of pot shots, but he'll start to fall back. Glaive is down low again.
Once again finds himself at half, but he's been playing a lot of point man. So really, him, as long as he has 1 HP, if he can just run in first and create a little bit of room, he'll be fine with that.
Oh.
So now, once again, Glaive kind of taking point, figuring out where these guys are holding from. Phelps shoots him in the face, though.
Phelps has come alive in an absolutely dramatic fashion from the first half. I think he had something like 4 kills or something in the first half. He was really not doing a lot, and now he's up to 17. So almost catching up to Lado and Dumao there. They've been playing very well, too. This is actually a brilliant comeback story right now for Godsent. I'm so impressed that they're able to mentally keep it together after everything they've been through in this best of 3 so far. 8 seconds on the clock. It's going to be Sip with the headshot, Lucky with the kill. The bomb gets planted. I thought maybe that was Sip with the bomb, but it wasn't. And now it's a 3-on-3. Yep, they checked for the flank, but no one is coming this time. And here's the problem. They have a smoke on Barton, and he has to put it down right because there's a Molotov on Dupree. If they use it too soon, then the Molotov can win the round on its own. So let's just wait and see. Barton is the guy to watch. Dupree coming in with the flank and taking down Dumao, and that creates a lot of stress. Yep, there it is. Go straight for it. Lining up the kill, and it's Magus to get it. The smoke he had in the right position, but it was not enough. And now Taco never going to be able to make it out of this one. Dupree with his 21st kill. Magus gone 23, and Astralis getting a 14th round. They are 2 rounds away from knocking out Godsent.
And in a steady fashion in that round as well. No gimmicks here. Just slowly pressing up onto the bomb site, getting your smokes down, and then taking advantage of those smokes to get up onto the bomb site and get that bomb planted. Dupree with a really sick flank, but I like to see that from Astralis. A very steady approach, just working their way up onto a bomb site 1 step at a time. And it's that kind of relentless approach that I like to see from them, where it's just thorough. You rely on the communication, you rely on your experience to get you through. It's nothing chaotic about it in the end. So Glaive right now falling back on his strengths, doing a bit of the talking right now. Obviously, the pressure is on. It's not match point yet, but they're 1 round off of it for Astralis. And now it's all just about just locking it down. If they can win this next round, they can break Godsent.
Yeah, I am shocked that Godsent are not already broken. And they're playing with a lot of heart in this game, because I think emotionally, losing that many close rounds, that really tears you down after a while. That's just too much to handle. But apparently not for these guys. 14-11. They have somebody to fight with here, but it is not perfect. You could tell that Deagle, that MP9, a sign of the crumbling economy of Godsent.
Indeed. Must-win round for Godsent. This is it.
Phelps, he got dropped real low at the beginning again. He's been playing brilliantly on this A ramp. In fact, I mean, a huge part of this first half is Phelps on the A ramp, basically.
And talk about this now from Astralis. It's been so long that they haven't really shown any presence mid. And now, in this key round, they decide to put a couple of bodies in mid and see if they can catch somebody out there. Whoa, just the timing could not have been worse for Dupree.
Yeah, and he got baited into that. Taco went and made the jump on the stairs and then walked back, and Dupree absolutely assumed that he'd walked all the way back in the bomb side. He didn't assume that he'd just, fallen back to that little half wall there. Barton's going to be going down, and they know that Taco's in there. They have all the information. They know that he's there with an MP9. This is a really, really good call. Flash doesn't do nearly anything, but it doesn't matter. Glaive will get the headshot. Dumao goes down, and it's a disaster for Godsent. Nothing short of it. Phelps and Lado 2 versus 4. You can't even go for it. You just have to give it up.
You're going to need to give this round up and then fight like tigers from here on out, Godsent. You'll have 2 rifles to hold on to, and we'll see what else they can scrap together here, as there's no retaking this site 2v4. And I mean, it's just when I get excited about that flash, it's that they really do know exactly where Taco is.
Yeah, I mean, it's down to, and that's probably
mystery.
Almost instinctually, right? You're like, yeah, let's set this
Get
up.
that flash over the top and get rid of this guy, and that is also just Dupree. I mean, that could have been even worse, but they managed to just make it work there, Astralis. 14-11, but I do like Astralis again. They've gone many rounds without showing any presence in mid at all. And here they finally put a couple of bodies in there. And it works. They get rewarded with a kill, and they get rewarded with that pathway onto the B-bomb site to take advantage of. And so now this is Astralis on match point, 4 of them, and Godsent don't have much money to work with. It's just going to be buying whatever you can here on Godsent's side. Couple of MP9s so they can afford some grenades. And yeah, Taco just has to go for the pistol so he can afford some grenades. So this is it. All or nothing now for Godsent.
Yeah, they need 4 rounds in a row. So far, that's been very hard for them to find on any map in this best of 3 so far. They've been struggling pretty much all the way through. Deep nade there will blow up Lado just a bit. Dumao goes down. They needed kills, not the other way around. Dupree sneaking up and trying to get a bit close. Yep, they're going to have some backup there with Glaive taking down Taco, and it's just going to continue. We all knew where this was going to end. The tragedy, at least it comes to an end at 1 point, Semler. They're not going to be tortured forever here. Phelps will get the kill unlucky, but it seems like it is just too late. Phelps and Lado, 2 versus 4, trying to hang on to their major hopes and dreams. And Astralis have heartlessly and cruelly just stolen them away from them. On 2 maps, it seems. I don't know what you could do to retake this bomb site. Bomb is already planted. They have many nades still left on that T side. They can keep grenading. There's a Phelps probably struck it over, like saying, what can we possibly do here? Lining up for it. Glaive with the 1 kill. Ladder on the other one. And Godsent, there's nothing left here. The nade almost blows him up, but this has been a real return of Astralis as well. They're going to be sending them packing 16-11 on the second map, and they have to say goodbye to the major. Astralis, though, looking like a really powerful team once again.
The must-win match. They get it done in dominant fashion. 2-0. They completely control